Ciao, this is Antonio, Chef Antonio from Fort Collins, Colorado, speaking to you about beautiful things, about very important things. Okay, today I want to speak about my beautiful country. I want to speak about Italy, and I want to tell you guys about the wines of Italy, everything about Italy when it comes down to wines. So, Italy is a beautiful country, as everybody knows, the most beautiful country in the world. And in Italy, we have 20 regions. We call them regions. In the United States, we call them states. In Italy, we call them regions. We have 20 regions, and each regione, that's how you call it in Italian, regione, believe it or not, produces wine. So those 20 regions, they include Sicily and Sardinia, and all those 20 regions of Italy, from south to the island regions to the north central, they all produce wine. Okay, that's the beauty about Italy. If you look Italy and you get the map, the world map, and you look Italy, you look the location of this beautiful country, you understand that this location, it is one of the most important geographically speaking location for agriculture in general. Italy is in the center of the Mediterranean, and is surrounded by different seas on the west, east coast, and the south part of Italy. And then north of Italy, you have the Alps. Okay, and on the other side of the Alps, you have a country on the west side like France, and then you have Switzerland, and then you have Austria, and then on the east side of Italy, you have the old Yugoslavia, which now is breaking in different countries. So, Italy is such a beautiful place because the weather conditions of my country, of Italy, is really, really suited to grow again amazing grapes. So we're talking about that it's been going on for thousands of years. Italy, it has been growing grapes for thousands of years. And again, we have 20 regions, and every region grows grapes. Every region has different wines. Another important factor about Italy, it is that Italy has got the most grape varietal in the world. No other countries got more grape varietal than Italy. Italy, we can speak more than 1,000 grape varietal, believe it or not. This number maybe sounds higher, sounds above and behind reality, but it's not. Italy does have thousands of grape varietal. Each region has got so many grape varietals and things like that. So when we're thinking about Italy, we're thinking about when the wine world, the people that know about wine, when the people they think about wine in Italy, what are they thinking about it? They're thinking about Tuscany. They're thinking about Piemonte. Why are they thinking about Tuscany? Because in Tuscany we have the Super Tuscans wines, and then we have the Chiantis, and then we have the Brunello di Montalcino, and then we have the Vino Nobile di Montepulciano. So you have all these beautiful wines from Tuscany, well known all over the world. And then when we think about Italy as a wine country, we're thinking about Piemonte as well. Piemonte, you have a Barolo, you have a Barbaresco, you have a Gattinara, you have Dolcetto, you have a Barbera, that everybody knows about it. Because the people in those regions, they were very, very smart to do great work with public relations to make sure that they let the world know about their wines. So, that's been said, it is very, very important to understand that besides Tuscany besides Piemonte, and then many other regions well known all over the world, it is Veneto for the Amarone, um, as red wine, and the Valpolicella as well, and for white wine, the Soave, which is an historical white wine of Italy, and then you have Friuli, which is another well-known region. But we have 20 regions in Italy, 20 regions, and each region deserves attention. It's not just about Piemonte, it's not just about Tuscany, it's not just about Veneto, about Friuli, those regions somehow well known all over the world already. But Italy's got Calabria, it's got Basilicata, it's got Sicily, it's got Sardinia, it's got Molise, it's got Val d'Aosta, it's got Trentino, it's got Emilia Romagna, it's got Marche, Abruzzo, Lazio, Campania region. It's got beautiful Puglia, Liguria, another one. Then it's Mesin, it's got Lombardia. I think I mentioned all the 20 regions. So each regions again, it is produces wine. Each region's got an amazing grape varietal, and the beauty about it that those grape varietals they're so different from each other's, from one region to another, and if they cross, let's say if for example my area Campania, the most popular grape in Campania is Aglianico. In Aglianico, it is you make Taurasi. You make one of the most important wine of Italy from the Aglianico, which is the Taurasi, named after the city of Taurasi, and is the first DOCG wine. They got this status, this DOCG status, long time ago because this varietal is amazing, So and this varietal is no second to anybody. But if this varietal is planted in Tuscany, is planted in a different region, central North Italy, this varietal is not doing really well. This varietal you can only find in Campania, you can find this varietal in Basilicata, you can find this varietal in North Puglia, but that's it. And you cannot find this varietal anywhere else because this varietal over the thousands of years got used to growing into these weather conditions, and if you try to move this variety to another regions that doesn't have the same weather conditions, this variety will not be flourish like it should, basically. So, for example, we all know that Tuscany is famous for the Sangiovese. What do you do with the Sangiovese? With Sangiovese you make the Chianti, you make the Brunello di Montalcino, you make the Vino Nobile di Montepulciano, you make some of the most well-recognized wines from Italy. And then once we move to Piemonte, you have the Nebbiolo, which is the Nebbiolo is made. You make the Barolo with the Nebbiolo, you make the Barbaresco with the Nebbiolo, you make the Gattinara with the Nebbiolo. So that's been said, there is besides those world-class grape varieties that I just mentioned from those two regions, from Tuscany and from Piemonte, we have many other grape varietals in many different regions. For example, the Sangiovese grape varietal from Tuscany, it is different. There is other regions that have the Sangiovese. For example, in Emilia Romagna, there is Sangiovese di Romagna, which is a different Sangiovese with the same name, but it's almost like a different grape varietal. You move to, you can find some Sangiovese in Marche, which is totally different from Sangiovese from Tuscany. And then you go to Abruzzo, maybe you find a little bit of Sangiovese in Abruzzo, you find a little bit of Sangiovese in Campania, in Lazio, but the actual Sangiovese you find into those areas, they have nothing to do with the Sangiovese from Tuscany. The only thing that is the similar is the name, but the actual grape variety is totally different from the actually Sangiovese from Tuscany. And inside of a Tuscany, the Sangiovese changes from the Chianti area to the Montalcino, to the Montepulciano, to the Morellino di Scansano, to Bolgheri, to North Tuscany. So so you have different clones of Sangiovese inside of the region of Tuscany. So going back to my point, in Italy we're so lucky because again, when you look at Italy, you look at the map, and you look at the geography positions of my country of Italy, you will see that is positioned in a way that was almost I would call God's wine country. Was almost done on purpose by God to situate Italy into this spot in the world where you have the best climate, where the best growing conditions for grapes and for many other things. So agriculture in Italy, in general, it is above and behind the rest of the world. Again, because of those growing conditions, supplemented by the positions where Italy is positioned geographically positioned. So that's amazing. So I don't want to talk about you know, in a way that I don't want to, maybe the best way to put it, I don't want to come across because I'm from Italy, I'm Italian, and here I am talking about Italy to be this amazing country for wine. No, I'm just telling you the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's all about speaking the truth. And the truth it is, yes, Italy is one of the best country for wine in the world because, again, Italy is positioned like no other country is. In Italy, it's in the heart of the Mediterranean climate. Think about that. In the heart of the Mediterranean climate. That's amazing. You know, how many countries they would like to be positioned where Italy is positioned right now, you know, into this beautiful climate suited for growing everything, especially grape varietals. So that's when it comes down to Italy. There is many other wine countries, very good wine countries in the world. You know, for example, you know, we can go to France and we can talk about Bordeaux. Not now. Next time we talk about things like that. Next time around, we can talk about Bordeaux. We can talk about Burgundy. We can talk about Loire Valley. We can talk about Champagne. We can talk about many other beautiful wine country in different parts of the world. Spain, right now Argentina, right now we talk about Chile, Uruguay, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa. You know, there's beautiful countries, wine countries all over the world, you know. And right now East Europe is becoming pretty strong. Um, you know, but when it comes down to the actual reality, when you look at Italy, you look at the positions of Italy, where Italy is on the map in the world, then you understand that for anybody that understands the geography, understands the wines, understands that you know it, that we're so lucky to have our country positioned into the heart of the Mediterranean. So that's an amazing thing that only Italy has it, that no one else has it. So that's when it comes down to the actually Italy. Again, 20 regions, all right, from the Alps to the tip of Italy, to Calabria, to the islands of Sicily and Sardinia. All those 20 regions, they all produce amazing wines. Okay, and Ciao Vino, as you can see here, we represent we represent all the 20 regions of Italy. We don't miss no one. We're the only place probably in Colorado, or maybe one of the few places in the United States of America that represents every regions of Italy, all the 20 regions of Italy with pride. And we have the classical DOC, a DOCG, to some IGT, but we touch every regions with pride and understanding to show you guys that you don't have to necessarily drink from Italy the Brunello di Montalcino, the Barolo, the Barbaresco. There is so many beautiful other grape varietal in those regions in Italy that second to anyone, to any grape varietal. The world-class varietal still, they're about to be discovered. Some they climbing up very fast, some not so much, whatever. But we got so much to offer to the wine world that it's not even funny. Italy's got so many grape varietals, And I would like, and during this journey with me, we're going to be talking about those varietals. We are going to be talking about it in different times, and I'm going to tell you everything there is to know about those varietals. And I want you to be proud, like I am, of those amazing grape varietal, those thousands of grape varietal coming from Italy, from those 20 regions of Italy. Thank you very much. I'm going to take a little break, and I'll be right with you in a moment.